Hi everyone, I hope you are all well and welcome to day 23. I can see Dirce and Julie and Maria. I hope you are having a good day or good evening. So this is the third part of our 3-day series on and the. And today's lesson will be all about the pronunciation. So there are a few different ways that we can pronounce each of these words. But if you're here, as always, please say hello. Hi Yuri and Jane. It's really nice that I've had the same students come back each day, so I feel like I have a real class here. Right, so we've got a few on Facebook and a few on YouTube. So if you're on Facebook, maybe now is a good time to share the video so that your friends can also see it and maybe they can also learn about the pronunciation of and the. Alright, so we're going to start with yesterday's homework. So yesterday's homework, again, as always, if you know any of the answers, just write the number and the answer. So the answer might be and that or nothing. So yesterday we learned all about mainly the. So when to use the or nothing. And there are so many rules. Yuri, I see your question there. What I'm going to do is save that question. Okay. And I've just got a page for questions. So I'm just going to paste it there. Sorry for a second. Okay. Back here. All right, so we've got one. Good. So Jane has said nothing. Dirce has said nothing. So we'll put, what will I do? Reread. No article. Great. Okay, so Jane said the. Great. So the Prime Minister of Britain, because there is only one, and again, no article for hospital. Okay, so if we're being specific, we would say the hospital, otherwise it's no article. So number 3, the. So well done, Jane. Okay, so this one might be a little bit tricky. I repeated it, so maybe you thought I was tricking you because we had no article and hospital, and also no article and hospital. If you know which hospital, and I know that you know the hospital, we use the. Otherwise, nothing. Good. So Yuri's got number 3. Good, Darcy. The second part, Yuri's got it. Of no article. Good. Hazem al-Feki. Good. So the first one is that and then no article. Well done. Maria, good job. Good. And Gabrielka. Good. Oh, this one's hard. I think I've got a mistake. Bed, sorry. I'll go to bed early tonight. Yeah, sorry, to bed. And no article. You're right. And straight after, no article dinner. So usually for bed we have no article, and for dinner and lunch and breakfast we have no article. 6. Oops. Dare say good job. The internet. So 2 more left. Jersey says nothing. Good. Children are starting to go back to school here. And then that. Well done, Jersey. I think you got them all right. And Jane, right? Yep. Good. Nothing, then that. Alright, so the first time we are not being specific about which children, so just children in general, and then the children who live next door is specific. Excellent. Alright, so this is what we have done over the last few days. So on Sunday we looked at and an with a noun, countable and uncountable nouns, and then we talked a little bit about and the. Yesterday we did so many rules about the. Okay, so Yuri's also asked about the preposition for internet, and I have put on, and that is the correct preposition. We cannot say in the internet. It's always on the internet. Alright, so, today, we are doing the pronunciation of a and the. So, let's start with a and an. So it's important in English that you know the schwa sound, and it's this in the phonetic alphabet if you know it. If you don't worry. It's really easy to make. The first thing you must do is relax. So your mouth does nothing, okay? For lots of sounds, we do this and we move our tongue and we'll do this. But for the schwa, relax. And all you have to do is push out a sound. Like that. That is the schwa. It's very common in English in unstressed words. And unstressed words are the grammar words, so not the words that have a meaning like nouns and adjectives and verbs. They're all stressed, but all the little words that go between, all the ones that we use for grammar, are not stressed. And for many of them, we use the schwa. Oh, hi, Carol. So, the most common pronunciation of this article is So you see my face is relaxed and I just let the sound out. So if you're at home, do it with me. If you're on the train, do it with me. Okay, so we say a pizza. And it's a really good tip if you think pizza is a stressed word, okay? Because it has meaning. It's not a grammar word. So all of these words, pizza, banana, teacher, student, are all stressed. So focus on stressing those words and then relaxing on the a pizza, yeah? So not a pizza, no, a pizza. A banana. A teacher. A student. Again, a pizza, a banana, a teacher, a student. Good. And then with the an word, the article, it's the same sound. So you can see we have the schwa again. So relax, but we add the sound. And this is the same in Australian English, in British English, and in American English. In all different Englishes, we do this the same way and we follow the same rule. So, again, we focus on stressing the second, the noun. So, egg, English lesson. An egg, an English lesson. An apple, an envelope. Okay. Hello to Firdaus. All right. So let's do that one more time. So the ones. An egg, an English lesson, an apple, an envelope. Okay. Now this is the most common pronunciation, but there are, of course, exceptions. Sometimes instead of we say a, and instead of an, we say an. But this is only when we want to stress the article. So most of the time we don't stress grammar words. But there are some situations when you might want to stress the article. So for example, so the first example, a child says, "Can I have some lollies?" And the parent says, "You can have a lolly." A lolly. So not only have we changed the pronunciation from to a, but we also say it louder and longer. A lolly. And the parent is emphasizing, stressing that it's only one lolly. Okay, because the child asked for some. So you can have a lolly. So when you want to emphasize one, you use a or an. So an, of course, with the vowel afterwards. Here's another example. Have you seen my earring? So an earring. Well, I saw an earring, but I'm not sure if it was yours. So remember, and an are used to talk about one, singular. Okay? And that's one of many possible. So in the world, there are many earrings. So I saw an earring, but I don't know if it's yours. All right. I hope that makes sense. So most of the time we use a pizza, or an egg. Sometimes if we want to stress it, we will change our pronunciation and say a or an. Alright, so let's move on to the. And the is very similar. We have the and the. So, first let's talk about the TH sound. It's not in many languages, so it's difficult for lots of students to say. Some students change the or to s, and some change it to f or v. I'm not sure about you. Can you say the TH sound? Please write it in the comments if you can, or if it's difficult for you. Now there are two different TH sounds. This one we call the voiced sound because we make a noise. There is one with just the air, yeah? But this one is v. And to make it, your tongue must touch your teeth just a little bit, very lightly, okay? And then with this sound, we're following it again with the schwa sound. Okay, so if we're doing this one first, here we go. So you can see we've got the schwa again. So the. So my tongue touches th, and I can feel a little vibration, a little movement, and then I do the sound. The. I have seen it written like that, if that helps you. The. Okay. And then this one is the. So the TH sound is the same. Still got the tongue touching the top teeth and the, just a little bit, very lightly, and then the. So the E is like me, the same sound. C. The. So the and the. No questions? I hope you're understanding. So let's look at some examples of both. So listen, with the first one, with the schwa, the book, the cake, the car, the phone, the teacher. So remember, the same as the we're stressing the content word, and that will help you to make the schwa small. The book, the teacher. Okay. But with the can you see when we use the and the? Can you see a difference between the words with the, like book, cake, car, and the words with the, idea, owner, ant? So, listen. The idea, the owner, the ant, the elephant, the hour. So all of these I said the. Can you see the difference? Oh, I'm glad it's helping you, Carrie. All of these words begin with a vowel sound. So when we have the before a word that starts with a vowel sound, we use the. Hi, Trika. Now I know you can see down the bottom, we've got E for elephant, and then we've got an H for hour. But hour begins with a vowel sound, not with the H. So H would be hour, but we don't say that. We say hour, hour. So hour begins with a vowel sound. So we say the hour. All right. One more thing that I want to teach you about the. When we have E, this sound, and then we have a word starting with a vowel sound, we actually add in, let's make it a bit darker. Okay. Y sound. Okay, so it's very small, so see if you can hear it. The idea. The idea. The next one, the owner. The owner. So we say the, and we don't say the owner. We say the owner. The owner. So we connect the two words together with a y sound. All right, so I'll read them again and you can repeat and practice at home. The idea, the owner, the ant, the elephant, the hour. All right, how did you go? So let's try again with the book, the cake, the car, the phone, the teacher. Okay, so I hope you practiced at home. If not, you can practice again after the video, and then you will get used to using the or the, or a, and n, or an. Alright, so lots of different sounds with just the three small words. Okay, now I'm going to go back to Yuri's question. So Yuri's on YouTube. So if you're on Facebook, you can't see his question. So have a look here. So in different interviews and TED Talks, so it's great that you're watching TED Talks, native speakers can say the Mary or a Bill Gates. Okay, so I don't know because I can't see it in context, but I'm guessing that with definitely for a Bill Gates, if you do someone, you do behavior or you do an action that is very similar to something they do. So what might Bill Gates do? Maybe Bill Gates gives lots and lots of money to charity. So if you do Bill Gates, then you also give lots of money to charity. So it's usually used with do, maybe be a Bill Gates, but I think it's usually do. I hope that helps answer your question. Yeah, there's lots of other examples that I can think of, but it's usually with famous people. So I don't know if we know the same famous people, but you can. Oh, here's a good example. So everybody, Yuri asks lots of good questions. So I could say, do Yuri. Oh, sorry about your spelling. Let me check. Yuri. And ask me some good questions. So we've got a Yuri. Now we never use the article a before somebody's name in English, except in this, it's like informal English, almost slang, to say to do a Cara or do a Yuri. All right, so I hope that answers your question, Yuri. So I want more. So I'm sending you the link. If you haven't already been, I've got all the lessons from this 30-day challenge on this website. So you should see the link there. So Trika says, do such articles before personal noun refer to their work? Yes, usually something that they are famous for. An action or something they are famous for. Okay, and then I thought you would like this video that I made last year. Yuri, yes, that's the same. I'm not sure what Obama said about Russia, but it's probably do an action that they are famous for doing. Does it make sense if you understand it that way? All right, so I'm sending you this video. It's called Speak Like a Native Speaker, English Pronunciation, and it's all about sentence stress. So it's a video for learning about the stress, which words in a sentence are stressed. And in my opinion, it can really, really help you sound like a native speaker, make it easy for native speakers to understand you, because this is how we usually speak. So it's stressing the important words. So if you have time, click on the link that I just put in the comments and have a look at that video. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope it was useful, and I will see you again